What is going on, everyone? It's Uzo here, and today we are going a little more in-depth into the Maple Union system. Now, if you watched my last video, or I guess the video before that, if you watched my last video, just let me know what you thought about that, just out of curiosity. But the video before that, I hinted at this, talked about it just a little bit, but I didn't really go into too much detail because that video itself was already getting pretty long. So in this video, we're going to go more in-depth into the system, some changes, some similarities between that and what it's replacing, quote-unquote character card system, and a little bit more about it. So let's start. So Maple Union, as I just mentioned, is replacing the character card system. Now what it does is it tries to, I guess, encompass all the growth that you have on your account. Every character that you see, level, give gear to, get range on, all of that stuff is now going to play a factor into this new system, Maple Union. So to start it, your character has to be level 60 above to qualify, and you have to complete your second job. And pretty much to get the first rank, you have to have 500 total character levels on your account. Now that's not really too crazy to do. It's 5 100s, 2 200s, and 100. You know what I mean? It's not too crazy of a startup barrier. So basically what happens is, instead of the 3 character card per set system that we currently have, it turns it into a board. Now this board kind of reminds me of Tetris. Each piece has, a different effect. It has a different size based on the level of the character that it corresponds to, and these are called attacker effects, and your characters that have the stats are called attackers. Now attacker effects will apply to everybody on the account in that world, and pretty much you level up your character, you get an attacker effect, and the larger pieces are associated with larger or higher leveled characters, and vice versa for the smaller pieces. So basically they've changed around the ranks a little bit. A B rank is still 60, is now 60 to 100, A is 100 to 139, S is now 140 to 199. That used to be level 100, so you can see how this is a little bit more difficult to get. SS is 200 to 249, and SSS is level 250. Now I know this sounds a little bit crazy getting the 250, but if you take it one character at a time and just whittle them down and get your characters leveled up a little bit at a time, you'll reach a lot of these goals in no time. Now again, there are a lot of stats associated with this, since it is replacing the character card system, but I don't want to go through all of them because there's a lot, and the different ranks and all the stats. But just know that pretty much there's no more useless stats like accuracy, jump, and speed associated with these attacker effects. They're all pretty useful from what I've seen. So on top of that, the board that is now used for Maple Union, or the battle map, is mapped into different areas. You have areas for strength, dex, int, luck, magic attack, weapon attack, HP, MP, stuff like that, and each piece that you put in there gives you an associated stat with it, and it's going to probably change depending on what you're doing, how many characters you have, and the stats that you want. It's kind of going to be similar if you watch my hyperstat video. Each thing is going to be different. It might change depending on which character that you're maining at the time. So all of these, I don't know if there's going to be a guide for it, but I'm sure someone will come up with something. And again, the pieces are going to be assorted sizes and shapes according to the level of them. You can swap these out, change them, move them, again, Tetris like. Now moving on, as I talked about, it's trying to encompass all of the growth on your account, and this is going to come in as your union level. So each time you change your rank, you get another I guess you get more squares to use on your battle map, and the union levels are associated with total character level, starting at 500 all the way to 10,000. 10,000 being 250 on 40 characters, which, wow. If anybody does that anytime soon, I will be amazed, just based on how long it takes to get to 200 on 10 characters. But there are associated ranks, and each of those ranks determines how many attackers you can have. And this kind of plays more into the Union raid more so than the attacker effects, which they're both kind of related, but at the same time they're also a little bit different. The Union raid pretty much puts all your characters on the map and has them attack a boss monster, and the attack that they do depends on their level, Star Force, and their actual range on the character. So you want to Star Force your gear and get as much range on those characters. The rewards are these Union coins. Pretty much you get 1 Union coin for every 100 build damage. So depending on how strong your characters are, this might take a while, but the Union coins can be redeemed for trait boost potions, clean slates, epots, exp, drop rate, attack boosts, the stuff that Nexon usually gives us every single time we have some sort of reward. And pretty much that's the other benefit from having this system in place. You get the attacker effects and you get the rewards for exp boost, which helps level your characters, attack boost, which also may help you level your characters as well, on top of things like trait boost potions. And that's kind of the Maple Union system in a nutshell. Of course, this is just a fairly quick run through of it, and this is not in depth by any stretch of the imagination, but it is kind of a look at what we can expect coming in probably the next few months. So if you do have any questions, comments, or concerns, be sure to leave them down in the comments below. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up button. That'd be really nice if you did, but if you dislike it, be also sure to hit that thumbs down button. I don't really care either way. Feedback is feedback. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe. We are at 199 subscribers as of making this video, so if you want to be lucky number 200, this might be your chance. I'll probably send a message to whoever's number 200 just as a thank you. But I think that's gonna wrap it up in terms of this one. Stay tuned for another video, hopefully dropping soon depending on how quickly I get this one up, and I will see you guys in the next one.